In 2015, a one-eyed kid from Paterson, New Jersey dropped Trap Queen and went from food stamps to Forbes in under 12 months. By 2016, Fetty Wap had 3 top 10 Billboard hits, a self-titled debut album, a Grammy nomination, and a garage full of cars that most rappers twice his age could not afford. He bought 72 cars, not for himself, but for his friends and family. 72. He completed an entire BMW 6 Series collection, because owning one was the only dream he ever allowed himself to have growing up. And then it all fell apart. Motorcycle crash, legal troubles, federal drug charges, a prison sentence. Today we are ranking every car in Fetty Wap's collection and telling the story of a man who went from dreaming about BMWs to owning Ferraris, and then lost almost everything. Before we rank the cars, you have to understand what happened to Fetty Wap between 2014 and 2016. Willie Maxwell the Kid was born in 1991 in Paterson, one of the poorest cities in the northeastern United States. He lost his left eye to congenital glaucoma as an infant. By his own account, Ferraris and Lamborghinis were not even a dream growing up. They were a fantasy. All he ever wanted was a BMW. Trap Queen climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 by mid-2015. He became the first rap artist in 4 years to have 2 simultaneous #1 singles. The money arrived fast, and Fetty spent it the way a 24-year-old from Paterson, who had never had money, would spend it. Immediately, generously, and without a financial advisor anywhere in sight. He told DJ Academics he bought 72 cars for friends, family, and crew. Not all luxury. Many were practical cars for people who needed transportation. But the number tells you how fast and freely the cash was moving. Number 10, the BMW X5, the daily driver. The car you use to move through traffic without drawing attention. Every collection needs a car nobody looks twice at, and the X5 was it. Ranked last for excitement, but first for actual utility. Number 9, the 2004 BMW 645, the most emotionally significant car in the entire collection. When Fetty posted about completing his 6 Series lineup in 2015, he wrote that nobody would ever understand why he never looked beyond what others might consider basic. The 645 Ci was the car he dreamed about before the money came. The 2004 BMW Coupe was the ceiling of his imagination growing up, and buying one was the first thing that felt real after Trap Queen hit. Ranked 9th for specs, but emotionally it is number 1. Number 8, the 2007 BMW M6, the second piece of the trilogy. A naturally aspirated V10 producing 500 horsepower, shared with the M5 of the same era. The E63 M6 is one of the most visceral BMWs ever made, the high-revving scream that sounds closer to a Ferrari than a German coupe. Revving scream that sounds closer to a Ferrari than a German coupe. Number 7, the 2016 BMW M6, the newest of the 3. The F13 M6 swapped the V10 for a twin-turbocharged 4.4 litres V8 producing 560 horsepower. Completing the trio, a 2004, a 2007, and a 2016, was Fetty's way of honoring the car that had been his dream before the world handed him bigger ones. Number 6, the BMW i8, the car that looked like it came from the future. Fetty posted photos with his son next to it in 2016, and it became one of the most recognizable cars in the collection. Scissor doors, hybrid powertrain, spaceship styling, 357 horsepower from a turbocharged 3-cylinder and an electric motor. Not the fastest car in the garage, but the one that drew the most attention parked in a driveway. Number 5, the BMW F80 M3 built. This is the car that tells you Fetty was not just collecting, he was building. Modified to approximately 700 horsepower at the wheels, serious turbo work, a genuine track-capable build, he walked through the modifications on social media with real enthusiasm. This was not a showroom purchase. It was a project car built by someone who understood what was under the hood. The M3 build is what separates Fetty from rappers who buy cars for Instagram and never open the bonnet. Number 4, the Lamborghini Huracan. The first genuine supercar, a 52 litres, naturally aspirated V10 producing 610 horsepower and one of the most intoxicating exhaust notes in the automotive world. For a kid from Paterson who grew up thinking a BMW was the ceiling, standing next to a Lamborghini with his name on the title was the clearest signal that reality had permanently outpaced his childhood imagination. Number 3, the Ferrari 458 Italia. The car many enthusiasts consider the greatest naturally aspirated mid-engine Ferrari ever built. A 4.5-liter V8 producing 562 horsepower, revving to 9,000 RPM, with a dual-clutch gearbox that fires shifts faster than your brain can register. No turbocharging, no hybrid assistance. Of every car Fetty owned, the 458 has appreciated the most since he bought it. Clean examples now sell for significantly more than their original sticker price. Number 2, the Porsche 911 Turbo S, the car that does everything. 580 horsepower from a 3.8-liter twin turbocharged flat 6, 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. All-wheel drive, usable every single day in every condition. The 911 Turbo S is the car professional racing drivers buy when they want something genuinely fast, comfortable and reliable all at once. Not the flashiest car in the collection, but objectively the most capable. If you could only keep one, this is the one any car enthusiast would choose. Number 1, the Rolls-Royce Wraith, the King. A 6.6-liter twin turbocharged V12 producing 624 horsepower, wrapped in the most opulent two-door body Rolls-Royce has ever produced. Coach doors, starlight headliner. A cabin so quiet the loudest sound at 80 mph is the clock on the dashboard. The Wraith is number 1, not because it is the fastest or most exotic, but because it represents the furthest distance between where Fetty started and where the cars took him. A kid from the poorest city in New Jersey riding in a car that cost more than most houses in his hometown. Honorable mentions that filled out the garage: the 2017 Mercedes-AMG C63S with its handcrafted biturbo V8, the 2016 S-Class for nights, when the Wraith was too conspicuous, the Maserati Gran Turismo, magnificent exhaust note, questionable reliability, the 2015 Bentley Mulsanne, old money taste in a new money collection, and the Nissan GT-R, the people's supercar, embarrassing cars costing 3 times as much. And then there were the 72. Fetty told academics the number without hesitation. The generosity was real. So was the financial recklessness. Buying 72 cars for other people, when your income depends on hip-hop, is the kind of decision that feels heroic in the moment and catastrophic in the audit. The motorcycle crash came first. September 2015, Patterson. One day after his debut album dropped. Head-on collision, broken leg. Summonses for driving without a license and without insurance. By the late 2010s, the hit slowed. Streaming changed the economics. And then the federal charges. In 2021, Fetty was arrested for drug trafficking involving heroin, fentanyl, and cocaine. He pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 years. The collection was largely dispersed. Some sold, some seized, some simply gone. That is why the title says Bring Back 2016, because 2016 was the year the garage was full, the songs were everywhere, and the distance between dreaming about a BMW in Patterson and parking a Rolls-Royce Wraith in his driveway was the greatest it would ever be. It was not sustainable, but for 1 year, it was real. Fetty Wap's collection was not the biggest in hip-hop. It was not the most expensive, but it was one of the most honest. He started with a dream of owning one BMW. He completed the entire 6 Series lineup. Then he kept going until a Wraith sat in his driveway and 72 other cars sat in the driveways of everyone he cared about. The collection tells the story of 2016, better than any song he recorded. The peak, the excess, the generosity, and the clock already ticking on all of it. If this hit different, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which car would you keep if you could only choose one? And already ticking on all of it. If this hit different, smash that like button, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, which car would you keep if you could only choose one? And do you think Fetty will rebuild the garage when he gets out? See you in the next one.